Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everybody. This is Mr. Hamada on behalf of Al-Ruwad International Schools and the English Department. I'd like to welcome you all to this lesson. Let's get started. This is Unit 5 Level C Vocabulary Workshop. First 10 words: addendum, aghast, ample, apparition, assert, cower, disdain, epitaph, ethical, facetious. I'd like you to stop the video for a couple of minutes, 2 minutes, to think about whether you know any of these words or not. Now, let's start explaining the words. Word number 1 is addendum. Addendum is a noun which means something that is added, or a thing that is added, or an addition to a book or written document. Next word is the word aghast. Aghast is an adjective. It's used to describe somebody who is filled with amazement, or fear, or terror. Next word is ample. Ample. Ample is an adjective, which means more than enough, or large, or spacious. The next word is apparition. Apparition. Apparition is a noun which refers to a ghost or any ghostly figure, or an unusual appearance. Next word is assert. Assert is a verb which means to declare or state as truth, or maintain or defend. For example, he asserted that he will not be teaching tomorrow. Cower. Cower is a verb which means to crouch or shrink away in fear or shame. As you can see in this picture here, this person is cowering because he's scared of the other bully. Next one, disdain. Disdain is a verb which means to look upon with scorn, or to refuse scornfully, or reject. Stop disdaining people. Disdaining people is not an Islamic tradition. Next word is epitaph. Is a noun which means a brief statement written on a tomb or a gravestone. Have you ever thought of an epitaph that can be written on your tomb? Next word is ethical. Words that end with al tend to be adjectives. Ethical means related, al means related to. So ethical means related to ethics, or having to do with morals, values, right and wrong. It's ethical not to cheat. Facetious. Facetious, similarly, words that end with ious as a suffix, they tend to be adjectives. And face, you know the meaning of face, so it means related to the face, which is humorous or not meant seriously. But let's have some questions. What's this? This is addendum. And this word is, these people were aghast at the senseless brutality of the crime. In this sentence here, Ahmed's mom bought ample creamery from the store, means more than enough. Apparition in this picture here is a ghost. When exploring the haunted forest, we saw an apparition. The witness asserted the man because he said the truth. Next word. As you can see, this person, when bankman saw the thief aiming the gun at him, he cowered. I disdain, I space, their cowardly behavior. I disdain. Next one. Most people never stop to consider the words that might one day appear as their own epitaph. New developments in the medicine often lead to discussions of important ethical questions related to manners. We had to laugh at her facetious remarks, funny remarks. Now let's move to the second group of words in Unit 5. They are inaudible, indiscriminate, intrigue, jurisdiction, plausible, plebeian, prodigal, proximity, pulverized, and volatile. I want you also to stop the video for a couple of minutes to guess whether you know any of these words or not. Word number one, or the first word in the second group, is inaudible. The prefix in means not, and audible means can be heard. So inaudible means not able to be heard, and it's an adjective. Indiscriminate. You studied in literature the word discrimination and segregation. Indiscriminate means in means not, so indiscriminate means without selection or without restraint or control, or unselective. Intrigue is a noun and verb at the same time. If you pronounce it like intrigue, it means crafty dealings, underhanded plotting. And it functions also as a verb, which means to perform and carry out plots. Next word, jurisdiction. Since it ends with the suffix tion, so it's a noun. Jurisdiction is an area of authority and control, the right to administer justice. Next word, plausible. Plausible is an adjective since it also ends with ble. So it's an adjective which means appearing true or reasonable or fair. Plebeian functions as two parts of speech, adjective and noun. If it functions as an adjective, it means common or vulgar or belonging to the lower class. And if it functions as a noun, it means common person. He is a plebeian. Prodigal is an adjective which means wastefully or extravagant or lavishly or generously abundant. Next word, proximity, is a noun which means nearness or closeness. Probably studied this word in math. Pulverize is a verb which means to grind or pound to a powder or dust, or to destroy or overcome. Volatile is an adjective which means highly changeable or fickling, tending to become violent or explosive. Let's have some questions. I want you to cover the answers and check whether you can guess the answer. Frequency sounds less than 20 Hz and over 20,000 Hz are inaudible, means not able to be heard. The space slaughter of the white whales brought that species to the brink of extinction. Indiscriminate, being unselective or inselective. The old album full of faded family pictures and postcards from exotic places intrigue me. Cases involving robbery and assault are usually tried under the jurisdiction of the state courts. Their story didn't sound space to me. It didn't sound plausible. The man's taste in cars is quite old and plebeian, vulgar or of low taste. The elderly man told us that he greatly regretted the years he spent living the life of prodigal. The house's space to school is an asset or advantage, proximity, being close to. At many old mills, granite stones were used to pulverize the grain, turn it into powder. A person who is usually calm may nevertheless sometimes behave in a volatile or unstable manner. Here's the end of the lesson. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you have any question, send them on Schoology or on the discussion forum or the WhatsApp group.